Well, we're heading back to the Middle East with a review of a fragrance that some might call smoking hot. So, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And to all the new viewers out there, this is the Male Review. I go by AG, and I'm here to be your friend, your brother, and your confidant on this journey of fragrances. I hope to walk alongside you as we explore our olfactory sense through niche designer, Middle Eastern, and clone fragrances. And today, guys, I got one that actually just came out last year, the end of 2024. I just got my hands on within the last week, maybe close to 2 weeks. And I've been down with the flu. All of the whole house had the flu. So and it was to the point where I was so stopped up I couldn't smell this one, and it's strong enough I should have been able to smell it. But from the house of Lattafa, guys, we are talking about Mashrabya. So really cool bottle presentation, but we're gonna get into that in just a second. Before we get into that, I want to show you guys the box. This is the box that it came in. Pretty simple, nothing really to write home about. Cardboard box, Mashrabya. It's got a design on the front and the sides. On the back, you got some information, of course, the Lattafa holographic sticker, and then on the bottom, we got some more information down here. So. 100 ml presentation, and man, look at this bottle. Cool looking bottle, really cool. A bunch of different designs and shapes on there. Interesting looking bottle, as you can see the sides on it, but it's kind of a rubberized feel on the front and the back. And to me, it just feels really good in the hand. It's easy to hold without dropping it or anything like that. You do have Mashrabya right there on the side, and I'm guessing that's Mashrabya as well. I'm not entirely sure. And then the back is just the designs, pretty plain. What I do like about it is the bottom. If you look at the bottom, here's all your information, eau de parfum, 100 ml presentation, so on and so forth. All the information that you normally have on a sticker is right here on the bottom plate of the fragrance. So really cool. And then you also have this geometric cap on it. Now I do like the cap. It's not magnetic or anything, but it will snap in place. And it does have a little bit of give, a little bit of play to it, but still a pretty good cap. All right, guys, so before we go any further, let's go ahead and jump into a note breakdown for Mashrabya by Lattafa. So we are reading off of Lattafa's website and their official note breakdown for Mashrabya, and we are getting top notes of apple shisha accord and pink pepper. Middle notes, we're getting cinnamon, dates, and tobacco. And then in the base notes, we're getting vanilla, caramel, and patchouli. Now, a lot of people are saying that this one is very, very, very similar to Smoking Hot by Killian. Now, I have not put my nose on Smoking Hot, so I cannot really speak to, how well this does as a inspired by or clone fragrance. But for what it is, I would say it's a good fragrance. It is a really good fragrance. So let's go ahead and get a couple sprays of this one out there, so you guys can also see the atomizer. Nice, soft, wide sprays. Man. All right, so initial thoughts on this one. A lot of sweetness in this one off the rip, out the gate. So that apple shisha accord that they're talking about in this one really shines in this fragrance, and it is the front man. The apple shisha is the front man of this band, and when you first spray it, that is what you really get out of this one. So for those that don't know, shisha, when you smoke hookah, one of the things you can smoke out of it is shisha, and it's kind of like molasses and tobacco mixture, so you get different flavors and stuff like that, and basically the molasses is kind of mixed in with the tobacco, and that's what you're smoking out of the hookah. And I believe it has been a long time since I smoked hookah, but basically that's what shisha is, and this is apple shisha. So don't think like an actual realistic apple. You don't get that realistic apple feel. This is almost like a candy this really sweet like a candy type of apple flavor that you're gonna get with this one. Really sweet. Let's get a little bit of this skin. Yeah, you just get a lot of that sweetness with the apple. Now, what I do like about this, and I'm guessing this is coming from the tobacco and potentially even a little bit from the patchouli. I'm not entirely sure, but this doesn't just smell like you opened up a package of shisha and smelled it. This smells like as if someone was actually smoking shisha, apple shisha. So you get this little bit of smoke that comes in with it that gives it a really authentic apple shisha smell. So that's a really authentic shisha smell. So that's really cool. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of the other notes, I would say the cinnamon, you can smell the cinnamon. The cinnamon is kind of on the back side of that apple. To me, it makes it seem like if you were to take like a not a realistic apple, but like a candy type of sweetness apple and make apple pie out of it. That's kind of a little bit of what I'm getting. Just that cinnamon just adds just a little bit of spice, also with that pink pepper, and it just kind of gives it it's almost like a baked feel, but then you also get that little bit of ashiness and smoke that you get off of it that makes it actually smell like it's burning shisha to me in a little bit, at least to my nose. That's what I'm kind of getting from this one. Now, as far as the vanilla and the caramel, I don't really get that as much when you first spray this, whether on skin for my nose or on paper. I don't really get that. Now, I sprayed this one over an hour ago, and I can smell the other notes in this one now. But even after an hour, this is actually going on 2 hours now. After an hour of smelling this one, the apple shisha, it's like I said, it's the front man of the band, but it had stepped back a little bit. The whole band was jamming, but it had stepped back and from being, you know, out front, but it's still center stage of this one. But what I will say is that I sprayed it on the strip, I sat it down, I left, and when I came back, I could smell the spray in the room. Now, in the air, I get the cinnamon, okay? I get the vanilla, I get more of the tobacco. There was this warmth that was there, and that was really cool. Now, that caramel note also, I think, is probably aided by the dates. From what I've heard most people say is that dates, it's kind of like a raisin, but add more of a caramel taste to it, and that's kind of what you get from a date, and that's probably adding to more of that caramel smell that you get with this one. There was definitely a little bit more warmth and heaviness to this fragrance after I left off. So yeah, upon me first smelling this, first impressions, I was thinking it was very linear, and it was just, you know, just the apple shisha just came through. But smelling it in the air, I believe that after having this on for some time, you're definitely still going to be putting off that apple shisha. But when people catch your wind as you walk past, definitely going to be putting off more of that tobacco, putting off more of that cinnamon and that caramel, and all the rest of the other notes, the vanilla, so on and so forth. It's definitely going to come off of this one. So performance on this one, I would say that apple shisha note, like I said, even after 30 minutes, it's still very strong on paper and on skin to me. Like I said, in the air, you can smell most of the other notes. So I will say, though, that after about 30-40 minutes, I can't, on my skin, I can't really smell it pumping. It's not pumping off my skin. But if I put my arm up and smell it, it's definitely still there. I can still smell it. So exactly how strong, or I think it has a big sillage when you first spray it, but after that it kind of tapers off very easily. And I think that actually is kind of genius for this fragrance, because I would not say that this is a like an office fragrance or anything like that. This is definitely good for date night. Definitely going to be good for colder months. This is a colder month fragrance. So wintertime, fall time, this is going to be great. But where I'm interested in wearing this one right now is Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I think this is going to set it off perfect with that fruitiness, but at the same time that warmth comes behind it. And I'm interested right now to see what I could layer this with and come up with different combinations and stuff like that. But I'm definitely probably going to have this on Valentine's Day. So with it being that apple draws back a little bit and this fragrance just really starts to mellow out, I think that's going to be great for close encounters. definitely going to be great for close encounters and when you want to snuggle up next to your boo thing, you know what I mean? Time of day for this one, I would say nighttime definitely is going to work great. But I think you could wear it during the day, but like I said, this is cold weather. I'm not going to wear this in the springtime or the summertime. It's not going to get warm by me during that time. But in the fall and the winter, yes, absolutely, this is a good one. Who is this fragrance for? I think the younger crowd would definitely love this one, but I also think the older crowd would love it as well. There's that tobacco that you get from it and just a little bit of complexity that's there in this one. I think that it, really is for everyone. I think everyone's going to love this one. The ladies, I think you're going to love this one as well, just with that sweetness you get from the apple shisha and all the rest of the notes that are there, the dates, that fruit and so on and so forth. I think it's going to be great, but it's that it's not overtly sweet to the point that I think most guys are going to hate it. Some are because they just don't like sweetness and fragrances. But I think that a lot of people are going to love it. Plus with that tobacco, it adds just a little bit of a manlier side to it. But for my ladies that don't like the super manly fragrances, don't worry. It's not that strong, okay? It's not that strong. It tucks back just a little bit, but it is prevalent and it's there. It's sexy. This stuff smells great. I love it. So I think this is great and it's going to be great for everyone, and it's even marketed as a unisex fragrance as well. Now, price-wise of this fragrance, you can pick this one up right now for about $47, $47.50 on the Lattafa website. But I'm already seeing this one right now for like $34.95, $36.95, so on and so forth. So you can get it a little bit discounted. If you want to wait, is it something like you have to go out and get this fragrance? It is, just groundbreaking and game-changing. No, it's great. It is a good fragrance, but it's not something that you just, you got to get your hands on this now. If you want to wait on this one and let the price drop a little bit, I don't think it would, it's not going to hurt anything. So, you pick this up for them. Right now, looking at about $37.95 on Amazon. Perfume box, $36.95. So you can get it for around that price, or if you're going regular price, you're looking at about $50. So final thoughts on this fragrance. I do like it. Definitely glad that I acquired this one. I think it's going to work great for layering and even just wearing it by itself. I think it is a good fragrance. So I'm really glad that I got it. Like I said, is it really worth just rushing out to go buy? No, but do with your money what you want to do with your money. It's your money. But it is good. It is good, but it's, like I said, nothing groundbreaking or anything like that. But I'm not really looking for anything groundbreaking anyway. I'm just looking for something that can help me achieve what it is that I'm trying to achieve, and that's to smell good. And I think you definitely can't go wrong with this one. So from the house of Lattafa, guys, this is Mashrabya. All right, guys, and that's going to do it for today. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in and checking out this review. If you did enjoy it, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure that you tap the bell notification. That way you get notified every single time that I post. And also make sure that if you did enjoy this and you know someone else who would enjoy this video, share the video. That's how you're going to get awareness going for this channel. Share the video with somebody else who you feel will also want to get this information and potentially want to become a part of this family. And until the next one, guys, we're going to get out of here. This is the Male Review. I go by AG. Remember to always stay distinctively unique.